What is going on at BC Assessment? How did BC Assessment get it wrong by $18 million on the most expensive home in British Columbia? Why is BC Assessment suing one of its retired senior appraisers citing public criticism? Why are BC Assessment insiders blowing the whistle on the system? And why did BC Assessment create a staff training session called Situations to Watch For that identified the Youbou appeal group and directed staff to alert management if they saw similar patterns emerge? Why would BC Assessment be tracking my media coverage using software designed to measure public sentiment and audience reach? Why would Vancouver Island's top assessor be personally involved in assessment appeals on which I was acting as an advocate before the Property Assessment Appeal Board this year? And why would my Freedom of Information request to both BC Assessment and the Minister of Finance return over 2,000 pages of records between them discussing my advocacy work, media coverage, and appeals? I'm Jason Anson, a real estate agent, property assessment appeal advocate, author of Overassessed, and creator of the Dogfight podcast, where homeowners share their experiences navigating BC Assessment in the property assessment appeals process. I first became involved in this issue back in 2023 when I led a record mass appeal against BC Assessment in my small community located on the shores of Cowichan Lake on Vancouver Island. There are approximately 500 homes here, and 1 in 4 lakefront homeowners in Youbou appealed their assessments and won more than $20 million in reductions, resulting in over $100,000 in property tax refunds. In total, I've advocated more than 50 property assessment appeals across the province and achieved a 91% success rate before the Property Assessment Appeal Board after full written submissions as an expert witness. This channel examines those questions through appeal decisions, freedom of information records, whistleblower disclosures, public documents, court filings, media reports, and the experiences of homeowners who have gone through the system themselves. Based on my own research, I believe there may be between 800,000 and 1 million property owners in British Columbia paying more property taxes than they should be because their properties are overassessed. That could represent as much as 40 to 50% of all property owners in the province. The bigger question is, why? Is it related to the new iASworld software implemented in 2023? Is it the growing number of commercial property tax appeals that have more than doubled before the Property Assessment Appeal Board over the past decade? Or is it a combination of both? Those are some of the questions I intend to explore. I can't be certain those numbers are correct, but as I continue documenting the evidence, analyzing the data, and following these stories, I believe we'll have a much better answer by the end. If you're a property owner in British Columbia, your property taxes are based on a BC assessment value. The question is, how accurate is it? And how much could you be overpaying in property taxes as a result? The deeper I dug, the more questions I asked. If you think your property taxes aren't fair, you're going to want to subscribe to this channel because the answers may affect every property owner in British Columbia. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.